One second, I just want to get a little bit of better focus. There we go. All right, check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Recording purposes, if I get your name, please, and the name of the show.
Gerry D, Family Feud.
Let's do this. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Gerry, it's always great speaking with you, man. But when I heard about you being the host of Family Feud, I actually thought, what a perfect combination, man. How did you feel, and when did you find out about this?
I found out, first of all, I felt like blessed. What an opportunity. But I found out probably, well, the initial conversation was about 3 months ago, where it was first brought to my attention, this could happen. Would you be interested? It was like a very quick yes. So to be here today, that it's all, announced, is a pretty special day for sure. It's a special day for Canada, for CBC, and for me personally, yes. But even if I'm not hosting this, I think this is so great for Canada to get this iconic show, for Canadian families to have a chance to get on it, win money. We forget about that. We haven't talked about that, and have a moment on television, and I'm excited to meet them all.
Well, you know what? Like I said, man, I'm so happy for you on this. Were you a fan of the show growing up?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know anyone that wasn't. Yeah. TV, when I grew up so I was probably 10 in the late 70s, 10 to 13 years in the late 70s. There wasn't obviously YouTube and all this, so you watched what was on, and it was a staple in our home. And to think that I'd be hosting it one day would never have been a thought in my mind. It's a pinch me moment. It feels really special to be the one that they chose or asked to do it. There's a lot of great people that could do this, and I'm really lucky that I was the one they asked. So I'm just over the moon. It's such an you never stop getting excited in this business when this stuff happens, and I'm really excited.
See, the thing people should realize is, there are other game shows that are out there that are very popular. Family Feud, as a host, it's probably one of the toughest jobs to do, and people don't realize that because you got to keep this going. That's why there've only been a few hosts to do this, lasting as long as they have for whatever amount of seasons. I mean, are you ready for that? Because that's a lot of pressure to do, especially being part of something that's iconic, and two, breaking ground here in Canada.
No, that's not pressure to me. Pressure is people that are figuring out where their next meal is coming from. Their kids trying to get to college. This isn't pressure. This is, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And there's nothing puts you in an environment for that pressure than stand-up comedy. So I've been through all that for hundreds and hundreds of gigs where there's that pressure. Of course, you want to do a great job. I'm going to be compared to all those great hosts, including Steve Harvey, who I think is maybe the best they've ever had. And that's part of the business, right? I mean, you can take on the challenge or run away from it, and I'm not one to run away from it. So I'll do my job, and if people like it, great. And if they love it, even better. And there'll always be those that don't, and that's the nature of the business.
Now, just curious, are you going to do a Richard Dawson? Are you going to kiss anybody?
Yeah, I think we know the answer to that. No, that's not my, I don't think that should be anyone's style, to be honest.
But do you think that we're going to have a chance, maybe some of these questions being, Canadian questions?
Yeah, 100% there'll be Canadian questions. And, we haven't got into the details, obviously, but I know from talking to Fremantle and CBC that there will be a Canadian feel to it that will come from those questions. I mean, we want this to be our show. Our country has different cultures and different accents and everything that will make it so special. And I think it organically will take on its own Canadian feel. And that's the best part of this. The Canadian families will get to be on a show that they've only been able to watch until now.
And as we speak, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're on tour or going on tour, a comedy tour?
I'm always touring. This tour, I just wrapped a portion of it. I've got a show in Cape Breton, my wife's home area. I'm in Port Hawkesbury, which is just one date left, and then I'll I was waiting for this to figure out what my logistics are for touring and shooting. So once the tour starts back up, I'll hit the cities I have not been to yet, and a lot of them out west and out east and in Ontario. So I'll always tour. I think stand-up will always, and it's funny because stand-up has prepared me for a job like this. Absolutely. By being able to think on my feet, and that's what Family Feud is a lot of. And it's you're not going to be on every day, but hopefully you have a lot of moments where you're thinking quick on your feet, and that's what improv is. And yeah, I'm excited to get started.
You know what? I'm excited for you, man. I hope that this becomes something that is part of such a strong Canadian fabric where, like you were saying, when we were growing up, like if you were sick, you were at home, you watch Family Feud. I'm hoping that people growing up watching this show get that kind of connection to.
Yeah, me too, because that means I'm working for a long time, and that's
Definitely.
always a great thing, right? But I just think Canada deserves this. There's over 70 countries have it, and we're finally in that mix, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Congratulations.
Thanks, pal.